Are quick to point out Kagan has never been a judge. You've heard Pete Williams bring that point up, repeated by what he's heard from people who are making comments and criticizing or analysis of her selection. So there is no judicial record that would provide insight on how she would rule from the highest court in the land. And Richard Socarides, I hope I got it right, Richard, I apologize, Democratic strategist and former White House advisor during the Clinton administration. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
We
worked
love to have
together.
you.
I worked with Elena when she was Deputy Director of Domestic Policy and I was a Special Assistant to the President from 95 to 99.
So what do you make of already the critics out there who point out that she's never been a judge?
Well, first of all, I think the last thing the Supreme Court needs is another federal appellate court judge. I mean, we've got 8 of them already. And I think the kind of experience she'll bring will be fantastic. I mean, I think she's a brilliant, pragmatic, progressive, youthful, quite youthful, and
she's just 50.
She's just 50, right? Yeah, that's right. In this new age, 50 is young, right?
Yeah, it absolutely is.
So I think that she's also had a lot of judicial-like experience. I mean, she clerked for 2 federal judges, including someone on the Supreme Court. She's been Solicitor General, and that role is known as the 10th Justice because they advise the Supreme Court about the government's position on the important cases that come before it. She's worked in the judiciary. She's worked in Congress. She's had experience in the executive branch. So I think the fact that she's never been a federal judge is a plus.
What about those on the left who worry that they don't know enough about her record and worry that perhaps here you have Justice Stevens leaving, that she won't fill the void at least they would like to see filled?
Well, no one can replace Justice Stevens because he is a singular person in our legal history of the country. But she will be, I think, terrific. And I think progressives should look at her entire background. I mean, she comes from New York, from a great progressive Democratic tradition, and you know, she's worked for both President Clinton and President Obama. I think she is very much in keeping with their progressive philosophy. But she is a pragmatist, and what she is known for, and what you hear from people who know her at different parts of her career, is that she's always wanted to talk to people and understand what people on the other side feel, so that she can use that information to fashion a better solution that works for more people. And I think that's one of the things that is going to be great about her, and probably one of the things that attracted the president to her.
Richard, I think it was Leslie Stahl of 60 Minutes. She was on with Morning Joe, and she said that, and I don't want to quote her wrong here, but basically the president had selected someone almost in his own image.
Yeah, I think she's right. I think they are, in fact, very much alike, and that's probably what he saw in her. I mean, that you hear people say about him how smart he is, how he's the smartest person in the room, how he likes to listen to all sides and build a consensus. That is definitely very much what Elena Kagan is about.
Insightful. Thank you, Richard. It's a great pleasure having you on.
Thanks for
Thank you so
having me.
much. Well, the